celebration, jubilation, jubilation, no, 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 celebration, celebration, what we gon' do for our life? We go day or die to be my Lola, my Rade, my Rade, my Jaye, my Ramoto, my Roque, Boshiluto, my Lola, my Rade, my Rade, my Jaye, my Ramoto, my Roque, Boshiluto. Yeah, you go play if you get patience. Clean out, I don't like.
Start with opening prayers. I'll pass the phone to Daddy and Grandpa. Thank you so much. Nice to sit there, it doesn't really matter. We are Muslims. I hope everybody here is a Muslim. I also believe in a shaitan or a Jewish man or one rahim. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin, Paramoni, Ramaki, Kia Kanapua, Kanasami, the last Shatam Saki, Stratalazina Namtali, Garnopani, Wagatori, Amis, one or Bikar of Lizat and Maya Salun, Assalam, or Salina, Alhamdulillah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
17. Aha, I knew it. I knew it.
So in other words, I'm a child abuser.
No, Daddy, you too, as you used to say, class is about me. It's been a real pleasure. It's been beautiful. It's been wonderful. I know we are still waiting for some others to join us, but we kind of want to just start the program. So, not before long, I will pass the mic to Egbon to start the introductions.
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and young kids. We are very, very grateful today to be in a position where we are able to celebrate a life, a mom, a grandma, someone without whom most of us in this room would not be here. They say your legacy is what you are able to leave behind. And when you look in this room, you're able to find out your legacy while you're still alive. You're able to point at your children, you're able to point at your grandchildren, and you're able to look at them and be inspired and be grateful. So for that, we can say, Alhamdulillah. My mom is a woman of very strong character and very, very disciplined. You know those legends of the slippers that goes like a boomerang? My mom is a specialist in that. The slippers will hit you and then come back to her hand without even blinking an eyelid.
Are you saying she's still like it?
No. She was never like, she was more an Australian more than she ever knew. Because those slippers had very, 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 very powerful ability to go and come back even before you could blink an eye. And everyone in this room knows, the grandchildren will not know, so I can't say everyone, because the grandchildren are seeing a different version of mommy than we are. Only Nikki and I and Damola, we could tell from the look from across the room when you were in trouble. You know those kind of look, you know you are in trouble. But the beauty of that is we are here today as a consequence of that level of discipline, that level of character building. And the consequence of that is that we're able to face most things in life and we're still able to find our feet irrespective. And what we now have is a situation where you've got all the children scattered across multiple continents, and everyone is thriving. So for that, I want to say thank you. It was difficult to endure some of those corrective measures. So as a background, my mom was a banker, and she worked with First Bank for a very long time before she retired. But one thing that you would say that she sort of made all of us aware is that you have to future-proof yourself. You've got to think about your children, you've got to think about your future, and you've got to be able to plan for it. And as a consequence, each and every one of us is able to hold up our head to say, look, we've got an idea of what we want to do, how we want to do it, and the best way to achieve that. And this room is a representation of that. I want to say on behalf of all the children, thank you, Mommy, for giving us the opportunity to become better versions of ourselves. I know I'm not supposed to be giving a vote of thanks, and it's supposed to be an introduction only. Definitely, we are better as a consequence of you being in our lives. I think also my dad will also say that having someone of that level of character also made him who he is today, because he knows that whatever he's doing, he's got to do it to a certain level that will make him be able to hold up his head high. So to both my parents, I want to say thank you, and but I want to say from myself, Nike, Kunle, Damola, thank you very much, Mom, for giving us the opportunity to be in this one.
Me, I did not experience that one. My own was, as the baby of the house, there was no issue, so. Before mommy is a disciplinarian, mommy is strict. Mommy is intentional about the decisions she makes. She wants you to understand the gravity of each situation before you take up on any new challenge. Mommy is very prayerful. Mommy encourages us to pray as much as we can, because she believes that with prayer, everything is possible. And for that, all of us can say we are very grateful, because we know through our journey in life, through all the challenges, we will call mommy, we'll call daddy, we'll say we are facing this issue, we are facing this challenge. Daddy will give us very wise words. Daddy will encourage us. Or mommy will let us know that no matter what, you can face any challenge and come out and be successful. And that rings with me still to today. So thank you very much, Mom, for being encouraging, for being wonderful, for being warm. But I'll also chip in with a very small story. So as a young boy, unintentionally, I used to leave my mouth open. And some people just felt like, okay, we will use this as practice for backstab. So Ali, Ike, and Damola, whenever they near me and I've forgotten myself, my mouth is open, they just be giving me backstab. If you give me backstab, my mouth will close. But subconsciously, I will still leave my mouth open. So there was one fateful day, we just had dinner. I was watching TV, I had lost myself again, and mommy was beside me. And subconsciously, I knew she was there. And she looked at me, and she looked away, and she looked at me again. She's like, who is that there? And she looked away again. And then mommy did something very interesting that night. She chose not to give me a backhand, but she chose to catch my two lips and close it and say, I want you to do advice.
And so that's one of the moments I will remember because she had the option to give me that backhand as everybody else was doing, but she decided to let me know that as much as it's subconscious, you can take control of the situation. And that's where I'm going with this. In all our journeys in life, we've had several challenges. Getting through school, passing JAM, passing WAEC, getting into university, trying to get to final year, trying to do projects, trying to go abroad and do a master's. Mommy is always there with us, either in person or in spirit, praying for our outcome. So Mommy, we say thank you, and thank you very much for being there for us, for supporting us, and for being there in our time of need. We say thank you very much. Say a few words about you. I will start with Khadija. Please give Khadija a round of applause as the Olori of the next generation of Yomi Adelekes.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, as you know, my name is Khadija, and I want to say a few words about my wonderful grandma. So, grandma is an amazing person who's always been there. And last year, for the last 3 months of the year, she was with us for the entire time. And I would used to be very cheeky sometimes in the way I acted. So, as mommy knows, I would hide my body around very cheekily. And grandma would correct me. And now I will make the same mistakes, not during my interviews, not during moments like this, and in the future, I hope they never do it again. Thank you, Grandma, for being there, and for being there while Grandma Nash was born. Thank you.
Before I call somebody else, let's just one more time, let's recognize Daddy, our grandpa. Daddy stood by us, supported us, but more importantly, the role that he plays with Mommy. See, sometimes you don't want parents that are like, you want to an extent opposites. See, Daddy is the gentle one, soft-spoken, offers us words of wisdom, doesn't shout, doesn't scream at us. Mommy is the very pragmatic one. She wants you to understand that your responsibilities, you should live up to them and be accountable. And so you want that balance in a home. One soft, one strong. But what I found in our family is those roles, they alternate. Sometimes Mommy is the soft. In fact, there are sometimes that I am certain when I'm coming back from school that Mommy is going to kill me today. I will give more story about that. In JSS1, I lost almost everything Mommy bought for me. I said, Mama, it's going to be tough. I told Daddy just smiled and kept quiet. Daddy knew that I was off the hook, but Daddy didn't want to tell me. Daddy wanted to know that for losing all of the things that I should have brought home, I was in trouble. So Daddy brought me home, and Mommy was there at home. She hugged me, she greeted me, how was school, how was boarding house? I said it was fine, but it was fine. She was like, why are you crying? I said, I lost my plate, I lost my short nigga, I lost my belt, and I was already thinking, I got to come by. But Mommy was like, don't worry, I will buy you a new set of things, you don't need to cry. So it's for those reasons that sometimes we might think our parents are harsh, we might think that our parents are too strict, but there's a balance, and the key thing is to understand that both parents provide a good balance. So while Mommy sometimes is the one that we're all afraid of, there are times where Daddy is the one to be afraid of, but Daddy continues to offer that support for us, as does Mommy, and we truly appreciate your relationship, because it allowed us to understand who we want to be as parents. And by that guidance, by that wisdom, all of us, your children, we're all married, we all have children, and we all know what to try and teach our children. So thank you very much for that. So I will call Aisha. She's come on, Jamal. Please give Jamal a round of applause.
I'll stay with you. You don't need to be too shy.
First of all, before I say anything, I want to say a shout out for everyone coming. Alhamdulillah for that.
Sorry, you're blocking his head. He wants to see the grandmother.
And now about Grandma, alhamdulillah for her for being able to living a long life to see us all at the moment. And Grandma making sure that all our parents at the moment, for all her grandchildren, being able to look upon us now and being happy for us. And once, about Grandma, I used to be poking around, not doing the right thing and knowing it. And when I got in trouble, my mum and dad always told me just to go to my grandparents and see what they say about it. They had the opportunity to be wrong, not to be wrong, to make me have like payback or something, or be kind to me, and that's what they did. Most of the time when I do something out of order, when it comes to Grandma, she's always nice. And I want to say alhamdulillah for that. Yeah, that's it. So.
Mommy, today is your special day, but to me, every day is your special day. Every day is your special day. I know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to say that I'm the favorite moment. I'm just trying to say everybody knows it. Some people will be claiming, but I'm the real favorite. Mom will say,
Are you sure?
you are the baby of the house, but I have other babies. Okay.
Are you sure?
I'm the favorite. Some other people, they are pretending that mommy. I know they are pretending. I'd like to call on another grandchild. He's covering his face because he's shy. Please give Tariq a round of applause. Tariq is very composed. See, very confident.
Grandma is very nice, kind. Once when she was in Canada, we went to Costco and me and Tassie were arguing. And then she got kind of upset and said I'll be in trouble when we get home. So then I went to go tell my mom. And my mom said that I'm not going to be in trouble, and Grandma allowed it. The reason why she's harsh sometimes is because that she wants to discipline us and make us have a better future. Thank you.
Well put. What else can I say about mommy? Mommy doesn't really watch sports, but when daddy is watching, mommy knows what to do.
Not Chelsea, Chelsea. Chelsea. Can you pronounce it properly? Chelsea. No. Sorry,
Daddy, correct.
Up Chelsea, Chelsea forever.
Which brings me to another very, very interesting story. So many years ago, I was getting ready to go and do a master's abroad. And I ran to Mommy, I was like, Mommy, I know Daddy wants me to stay because Daddy has a few things that he's setting up and he could use my help. But I want to run away, I want to go and stand on my own 2 feet and figure out what I want to do. So I went to mommy and I told her how I truly felt. And she said, don't worry, we'll pray on it, and inshallah, you will be able to succeed in what you're trying to do. And so from that point on, mommy realized that the other way to daddy's heart, aside hot amala and ready soup, is through Chelsea. So from that day on, mom was like, I'm Chelsea for life! I'm Chelsea for life! So for those 2 months, while we were in the house together, it's Chelsea for life. Until now, it's Chelsea for life, isn't it?
We broke the barrier.
Wow. Mommy is still supporting Chelsea now.
Where Guardiola is.
Mommy, So there's a saying that mommy always says. So if mommy wants to say, I'm praying for you very strongly, mommy will say, my case is okay for me, I'm not worried. So every time Chelsea is playing, whether they are losing or whether they've soloed their players or whether they've chased the coach out or mommy, my case is okay. I'm fast to back that day. I'm Shafra, like this way out in January, go to Chelsea. Mommy has sacrificed a lot for Chelsea, but she knows that what she's really doing is if she sacrificed for Chelsea, she's sacrificing for her family. So everybody please tell me, say, "Up Chelsea!" Up Chelsea! His name is Noor. He's very polite, very gentle, very soft-spoken, and he's a favorite. Hello, Noor.
So I'd like to say that grandma is a lot of things. To me and the other grandchildren here, she's a perfect grandma. To my parents and aunties and uncles, she's a perfect mother. To grandpa, she's a perfect wife. And I'm lucky to say that I have a grandma like her.
Wonderful. Right. I think we've gone through most of the grandbabies. It's now time to start bringing on the daughters. As Daddy will say, Daddy has biological daughters, chemistry daughters, physical daughters, agricultural daughters. Daughter. Okay, biological daughter. Oh, sorry, word, biological daughter. The chemistry daughters.
I didn't get it. Unfortunately, I'm not on the side of this one. That has inherited a few daughters alongside you. I acknowledge and duly note your statements. Nika, what I can use to make you feel better is that you are the first daughter.
Only biological daughter. Don't take that. Mommy, what's the name? Derek. Derek. Say it to chest. Derek.
Auntie Monica has a few words to say, so let's go.
I'm not ready.
Auntie Monica, it feels like there's something burning that you want to say.
Is this my speech?
No.
Well, I only want to let everyone know, because Kule made an error there. Biological daughter. Was he bed? Don't say me. Daughter.
Dora.
Oh, sure. That's all I need to say.
Dora.
And then there's like chemistry, physics, marriagitional. How do you say marriage? Marriagitional.
My emoji.
Okay. All of my daughters.
Okay, all of them. See, you said all of them are daughters, not Dora. Okay. You said Dora.
Dora the Explorer.
Okay, Dora the Explorer. Daughter. What's daughter? Daddy, never go away. Honestly, I go away. So, anyways, coming back to mommy. I know I've been sharing all these individual stories, but on another note, there's a truly personal story that I really want to share about mom. They say that the job of a mother is never easy, but also mommy, it never ends. Because I know you worry and you worry and you worry and you pray. I can remember when I was much younger and all of us were in boarding house, and I used to feel like, oh, mommy doesn't visit me often because I'm all the way in Port Harcourt. And it's only after I was much older I realized that being able to go to Igbola, I don't know if you can call it Lekki, it's not really Lekki, right? It's after. It's in Epe. So you have to go to Igbola, you have to go to Ibadan, you have to go to Abeokuta, and on top of that, try and get to Port Harcourt as well. So I know it must have been very difficult. So what I want to say is, or what we all want to say is thank you. We know it wasn't easy. We know it was a Herculean effort. And we are grateful for being there for us. Right. The Doras. Doras are good. When it's your turn, I'll say daughter. So let's call one of the daughters to come and give a few words. I'll go to Mommy Nojin. Hang on. Take the microphone, say some nice things about grandma.
Now look at grandma, think about grandma and then say something about grandma. Tell a story about grandma. Do you know anything about grandma? I don't know when grandma came to Canada. Tell a story about grandma. Alright, so how do you feel about grandma? Tell us how you feel about grandma. Do that.
Very ill.
So, when you see grandma, what do you think about her? Is she very nice? Is she very kind? So say that.
Grandma is
Very nice.
very nice,
Very kind.
very kind.
Brings you lots of gifts.
She brings me lots of gifts.
Guys, I put my dad on the spot.
No, come. So you say grandma this way. Look at grandma. How does she look this way?
Grandma looks beautiful tonight.
Wonderful. What else?
And
How do you feel about
she's also really kind.
She comes to see you.
Okay, she's thinking, can you come back to her? She's not ready. You caught her off guard. So you're gonna make a speech in your mind for grandma, okay? And then Uncle Kule will come back to you. Yeah?
Everyone is happy today. Everyone is happy. When it's happy birthday. When it's happy. When I know friends. And new happy. And new friends. And new happy birthdays. And new happy birthdays. And new happy birthday, Grandma. Happy birthday. And we love her. But she's one to say. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Grandma. Happy birthday to you.
Let's call on Mommy Nojin. Sorry, should I say Dr. Mrs. Halima. Round of applause, please. Halima, I'm prepared to cry, by the way. I'm prepared. So I know the words will touch me.
happy to, all we gathered here today just for you because you are an amazing woman. So I don't know where to start, but I think I'll just start from my impression the first day I met you. One thing I noticed was Mom was so classy. Super, super classy. I was a university student then, dating my husband, and it was the first time I'll be meeting her. And when I saw her, I was like, wow, I would like to be like that. And to be honest, that hasn't changed. You inspire me in a lot of ways. And one of the best things about you being my mother-in-law is the fact that you're a role model to my children. When you talk about your experience, the things you've been through, how persistent and how hard, how you gave everything to be where you are today, it inspires me so much. And I always tell them the story of Grandma. See what Grandma has done, see what Grandma has been through, see where she is today. You can do anything if Grandma can do it. The other thing is Grandma is very, very prayerful. And I know that if I want something and Grandma agrees with me, there's nobody that can say anything, it's going to come through. And so that's another thing I tell the kids. There's nothing that prayers cannot do. See Grandma, you inspire me. You're a lovely woman, a classy woman, a beautiful woman. Yes, you're disciplinarian, and we're very grateful for that, but that made my husband what he is today. Thank you, Mommy. Thank you. And Khadija and Noor and Najim, they will always like, what do I say about Grandma?
And how she...
And how, and what she's been through and what you can do. She's determined and brave.
Yes.
That word, brave. My mother-in-law is very brave. Very, very brave. Extremely brave. Even in the face of anything going on. Strong heart. And I really, really pray to Allah to give me that. The faith she had that everything will end up well, no matter what is going on. I'm like, how can Mom be this strong? How is she not shaking? Okay, I'm going to tell you one incident that happened. It was my, there are many incidents that happened, but this is the one that just come to me. It was my husband's birthday. We were doing the surfing thing in the safari surf, and it was so much fun. We're having so much fun, and that day, what he was on, the vehicle he was on, stumbled. I could see the reaction Mom had was initial of concern, fear, but then it was like nothing is going to happen to that boy. It is day. Nothing is going to happen. And I was like, if it were me, I would probably be shaking and crying. I'd be like, oh my God, it's on his birthday, something is going wrong. Oh my God, the way we can be very jaded and, superstitious and all that. She's never given to anything negative. If you are a negative person, take the highway. Don't just, you're not a person. Another thing I'm grateful for is I'm seeing some of your character in Khadija, and I'm like, alhamdulillah, she's strong, she's brave, and I think she got that from me. Thank you, Mommy, for being my mother. You're a wonderful mom. You love us unconditionally. Mom will never say anything bad about anybody, not since I've known her. She's amazing, she's selfless, she's seeking to improve herself every day. I see that, and you inspire me, Mom. We love you. May Allah bless you. May you live long for us in good health and wealth. May we enjoy you more, your love, the way you look after us. Inshallah, you'll be here for us and we'll love you every day and appreciate you. Inshallah, may Allah make it easy for us.
Thank you very much, Alima. These were very, very touching words. Those are very, very kind-hearted and warm words. It's really beautiful to just hear all these words. Because one, living under their roof, you see a version of them, but you don't know if all the other people that they come across have that very same, meet that same version unsee all the qualities that you see. But it's very reassuring to know that irrespective of bias, I mean, I've always been biased. Yeah, she's our mom. It's very refreshing to see that others who have met her feel exactly the same way. I mean, mommy is, to put it blunt, is blunt. She doesn't mince her words. She's very literal in the way that she speaks. That doesn't mean that she doesn't enjoy a good joke. She will joke and she'll be playful and she's warm, but she's also firm. And that's really what you want in a parent. You don't want a parent that will sugarcoat things for you, that will mislead you. You want a parent to call it as it is, to tell you your trouser is too short, you need to go to the tailor and get a new one. Or you want to be driving a car to like and maybe it's not time yet. Or you drove the car and you only bought just enough fuel to park it back in the house. And so when mommy needs to take the car the next time, she needs to buy a full tank. Mommy, thank you for all those full tanks. The amount of fuel we bought in, we thought when we buy for mommy that the air will increase the fuel, but the air did not increase the fuel. Instead, what happened was the fuel just burned. But notwithstanding, every time we wanted to take the car the next time, the car was repaired, even if somebody else, broke the car. Not me personally, somebody else. But the car was always repaired and ready to go. And that says something about you, mommy. That says that even though you are aware about the inconsistencies of an adolescent growing up, you could have scolded us, you could have taken the keys away, you could have said no, but instead you fixed it and put it there back and put the keys there. So thank you, mommy. We see you, we know you, and we appreciate you. So I'd like to call on, she has lovely hair with the eyelashes, looking fly. Honestly, if I wasn't married, I'd like to know. Although now I know I'm in trouble tonight because
I won't be there.
You did, perfect. I'm just the MC Walko. Hey, Lighter.
Thank you so much for welcoming me. I'll make it short and sweet. Happy birthday, mommy. We love you so much. You are not just an amazing person, you're so elegant in everything you do, so effortless. And one of the things I love so much about you is how you are fair, you're equitable in everything you do. You love your children immensely. And that is something that, I'm always praying for when I see the joy that is around you. I have nothing but to pray for that for myself and for people around me. That if I can just be a snippet of you, the amount of barakah that Allah has given to you is amazing. One of the stories I would like to tell is when I just met Damola and how Momsi was at ease with everything. She has a way of making everyone feel like everything is going to be okay. And there's always one person that is always behind us, and that's Allah. Everybody knows that that's the only one person that mommy calls to every single time. And that is such an amazing virtue that she portrays. She's such a religious woman, she's a spiritual woman. No matter what happens to anyone, she always goes and she always calls God. And that is something that is amazing and something that she continues to do forever. Everyone knows what has happened today, but I'm not going to go on there today. But despite being her birthday, she's so selfless. And she thought about me, she thought about everyone. And that's the kind of remarkable woman that she is. So please, can everybody just give mommy a round of applause? Because words cannot describe the emotions that I'm feeling right now. To describe a woman of substance, a woman of elegance, a woman of virtue, a woman of sophistication, all my adjectives, they are just too much to describe mommy. She's such a huge entity, alhamdulillah. But I'll just end to say, may Almighty Allah continue to bless you, mommy. May Almighty Allah continue to give you long life. May Almighty Allah continue to give you all the blessings, everything you pray for, all your inner desires. May His light shine all over you every single moment of the day, and we'll continue to enjoy and celebrate with you to you're 80, you're 90, you're 100, forever and ever, you'll be here with us, inshallah. And I want to say a round of applause to Daddy as well, because Daddy is always next to Mommy, and Daddy is always there with Mommy, and without Daddy, there's no Mommy. So we also have to give Daddy's accolades as well. So Daddy, as the assistant birthday dapper gentleman, happy birthday to you, and thank you for all what you've done for us in the family as well. Thank you.
The only thing you miss is that when you were greeting that, you should have said, Daddy, you are doing well. You are doing well, Daddy, you are doing very well. Thank you, I appreciate it, thank you.
If you get it, you get it.
I got it, Daddy, you get it? I got it. Okay, next I'd like to call on another of your daughters. Her name is Tola. I think Mariam will be joining her as well. Please give her a round of applause for coming. For that one later, it's okay.
Hello everyone. I'm not much for public speaking or speeches, but Mommy, I think I echo Halima sentiments of just how you're such an inspiration to me, I think of anyone really who encounters you or who comes up, whose path crosses, your path crosses theirs. I remember the first time I met you two, and I think it was Halima that said classy, elegant. I remember when I was growing up, I used to think first ladies, right? Like you envision, what I expect a first lady to be. Just extremely elegant, extremely poised. You don't let anything faze you. And all of those qualities are things that I aspire to be, and things that I hope my daughters end up like. You're such an inspiration to us. You're so welcoming. You're so selfless. I know that I can call you for anything, and that you'll support me. You support us in everything that we do. You tell us these stories about the things you face when you were our age, and these are things that I reflect on. I think these are the things that Mommy did, right? What can I do to start being like that? You tell us all these stories of when you were working, the challenges you faced, and how you overcame them. And those are things that, I put in my back pocket of, okay, if I'm in that situation, if I have that opportunity, this is what Mommy did. And, it got her, those were part of the things that got her to where she is. And those are the things that I need to do to at least get me close to where you are. So I appreciate you tremendously. And, I echo Halima and Laidon and, all the other sentiments that have been said today. It was such an inspiration to us. An inspiration to me, and I feel lucky that I'm here today to celebrate you on this extremely special occasion. And I just thank you, and I thank Allah that we're able to come together to celebrate you, and that we're able to hear all of these amazing things, and you're able to hear how we all feel about you. We may not always get to say it in a gathering like this, but I'm so happy that we're able to do it today. And I wish you many, many, many more blessed years, that we're able to all come together like this and to celebrate you. And thank you so much for being there.
Moving along, we've got one of your granddaughters who's ready to let you know how she feels, and it's the beautiful Tassie. Hi, Tassie.
Grandma's one of my grandmas. You have to go backward or take camera down. This is what I'm saying. They look because about it to say, I'm going to walk.
Thank you, Tassie. Please give, as we go along, we're still going to have Damola and Nike come and talk to Mommy about how they feel and everything that has gone on. I'm reticent to say this story, but it is important for you to try and understand how much my mom has had an impact on my life. I was one of those kids who was a handful, and Daddy, you don't have to start to laugh. I've not said anything yet.
No, actually I was. That's because my hand is wet.
Yeah, exactly. I was very much a handful. I was one of those kids that if there was trouble somewhere, I always managed to find a way to get into it. And the system of education in Nigeria was such that I got bored very, very quickly. Which meant the probability of me getting in trouble in school is almost as high as 90%. And my mom wanted to cure me of that boredom. So, who in this room knows Spaghetti?
So, can you rewind? So I want to hear it.
You want to, okay, fine. What I'm trying to say was, if there was trouble somewhere, there's a high probability I'm going to be the one to get into that trouble. And the way I study is not the way the Nigerian system gets you to study. I get bored very quickly. So, Mommy made up her mind to cure me of my boredom. So I used to go to the primary school, Command Children's School in Ikeja. So my question was, who knows Spaghetti? I know this Gen Z them will not understand what I'm talking about. Who in the room knows Spaghetti? Get out. Okay.
No, Damola would know.
I'm not. Spaghetti, you know what Spaghetti is? Okay, sorry, I'm not explaining you, even though it's looking like a Yoruba joke. So, my mom bought, then in those days, Spaghetti used to be 50 kobo. And if you decide to buy a dozen, they will sell it to you 250. So my mom bought a dozen. And then she took it to my primary 5 teacher. And she went, "Eba mi no mo. Ọmọ mi ò kì í ṣe ọmọ kọ́mọ́dọ̀, kò ṣe ọmọ general. Tó bá ṣe ẹ̀nà, tó bá bí nígbà tá ló fún ní permission láti máa sọ pé mi ni." So I will translate that for those of you whose Yoruba is not up to scratch. I didn't look at you. It literally means, please flog my child. He's not the child of the general, he's not the child of the commodore. If he misbehaves, flog him. And if they find out, if they ask you who gave permission, I've granted you permission to flog him. But the consequence of that was, when I did National Common Entrance in primary 5, we were just under 1,000 that wrote the exam in my school. And in primary 5, I was in the top 100. And by the time I was doing the same exam in primary 6, I was top 6. My wife said something earlier on, which I want to echo. There is no way I would have come this far without the balance of my parents, the strictness of my mom, and the advice of my dad. My dad, you probably missed when I said that if there was trouble available, I would almost always get into it, or I'm a handful. You could see that my dad's face. He was smiling very, very, it would be impolite to use the adjective that came to my mind. No, thank you. Tonight is not the night I want to go to Ukraine. I'm also going to tell you another story, just before I hand it over the mic. Like I said before, the way I study is not the way most people will study. And I remember when I was in SS2, I think it was SS2 going to SS3. SS2. My mom was talking to my class teacher, and my class teacher, this is how you know how Nigerian teachers can be. This guy traveled from Abeokuta to Lagos to come and tell my mom that he didn't think I had the intelligence to continue in education, and that it would be my mom's best interest to start to consider to put me in a trade, because he wasn't sure my IQ was enough to stay in academia. All the people you've spoken to this night will have told you my mom does not believe in negatives. As soon as he left the house, my mom said, I wish you like, she won't continue there, so, which is literally translated as, God forbid, that is not going to happen to my child. Can you see what I've been telling you? You need to go and buckle down and prove them wrong. I know you are not dumb. And when she said that, I'm like, fine, okay, I'm going to prove this guy's wrong. I didn't go back, I didn't pass my exams, and I got into medical school. And me getting into medical school is a different story entirely, but it's not a story I'm going to say tonight. But it just makes you understand the kind of woman my mom is. If you go to her to say you have a problem, she'll tell you, fine, I'm going to back you, but what are you going to do to deliver on my backing? I will pray for you, and I will support you, but I expect you to work hard. So which is the same reason why whenever I'm talking to my children, the first thing I tell them is that you have to work hard, you have to be brave, you have to pray. And that background that she has instilled in me is the same thing I'm trying to instill in my daughter. My daughter was writing an exam, and the exam is one of those exams that 10,000 kids do, and they only pick 180 every year. 10,000 kids, they pick 180. So she did the exam, she came very close, she didn't get in among the 180. And she came to me and she was crying. And she said, but grandma said I was going to get it. And I said, if you believe what grandma said, then you also have to pray. And she went back and she kept praying, even when we, the parents, had given up. She said, grandma said I would get it. So she kept praying. And the day before grandma's birthday, she got a call to say, look, we're going to put you among the 180 people that have gotten into that school. That's the kind of faith she puts into all of us. We don't believe that it's impossible. And we don't give up, do we? So thank you, Mom, for always inspiring us to do better than we can.
We've all been hearing these wonderful and touching stories. And again, it just echoes the same thing. No matter who the person is, the experiences we have with you are memories that we want to cherish. Thank you for being there for us. Now, on a lighter note, before I call the next person to speak, I remember one very, very interesting weekend. So some of you may not know, Mommy used to like parties a lot. Every weekend, there was somebody, a friend, family, to be fair, Mommy's from a big family, so I can understand, was always having one party or the other. So we knew, once it came the weekend, Mommy either has double on Saturday and one on Sunday, or one on Saturday, one on Sunday. But there's this particular one I remember that Daddy took me and Mommy to. And as we got to the party, our friend was throwing a birthday. So Mommy made sure we had a nice table, she made sure we were served, we had food to eat, we had drinks. And then Mommy went up to the dance floor. And after about 2 hours, Mommy came back to us and said, are you guys okay? Are you guys fine? Yeah? Is everything okay? Are you guys good? Okay, good. I'll see you later. She went back to the dance floor to dance. And as a child, all you see is that Mommy has parties, Mommy has this, Mommy has that. But the thing that I realize now as an adult is, despite the parties, the social gatherings, they're going to meet your family, even though it's a very big family, despite all those engagements, there was never a point where we needed to go to school when you were not there. There was never a, oh mommy, here's my long list of provisions and one item was missing. Never. There was never a, mommy, just borrow me this 1.5, I'll pay you back. And mommy said no. There's been many 1.5s that have been borrowed, just so you know. And looking back on it, despite all of that, not one of us can say, mommy didn't show up or mommy couldn't be there. Mommy would rather be late to work, get queried by a boss, than not be there for her child. And that's something I distinctly remember. So again, it's another thing that we want to celebrate about you. It's another thing that we appreciate. And it's another thing that we all as your children, is something that we take with us and we know that we have to make sure we pass on to our own children. So thank you. And how do you say it? Your daughter, Jerica?
I want to call my son first.
Oh, okay. You want to call a born from Lag. In case you don't know, Gamla went to Unilag. It was a Lag. He went to Lag. That's why he has the shades on that way. Everybody.
Thank you. I don't know where to start, but I just want to say we're also lucky, we're also blessed. We're also grateful to be here tonight to celebrate my mom. She's one of the people in this world that I find it so hard to describe. The one thing you can always say about her is that she is loving. Her love knows no bounds. There isn't anything that is off the table for my mom when it comes to her kids. Nothing. In my family, I don't think everybody knows this, I'm considered the favorite.
It's not true.
And it's not true, thank you. I'm not even bragging, but I've been taunted over the years for being the favorite. And it's not true. I'll tell you why I'm considered the favorite. 25 years ago, Ade came back from school then in Warsaw with a bug. His eyes were yellow, he was really ill. And everybody said, Ade, please use this one toilet in the house. Don't spread it. The other toilet upstairs is for everyone else. And I made sure I always use the other toilet. 2 weeks later, my eyes were yellow. 2 weeks later, my eyes were yellow. And at first, everyone was being like, what's going on? By the time Ade started taking meds, his was clear. Whereas mine, I was taking the same meds, and mine wasn't clear. I was supposed to write GCE, so GCE is that year. And every time I went out with my mom, people would say to my mom, this your child doesn't look well, you have to do something. And it would break her heart. And she kept bringing my dad, look, we have to do something, Now my dad being the oil worker, oil, is it oil? So he was in Egypt then in Port Harcourt. He rang the guy. There was this lovely hospital in Festac there. They put me in a nice room. TV, DSTV, everything. Room service. It'd be like this English now. The guy one guy will come downtown, you don't bring in what do you want to eat tonight? Bring fried rice, bring chicken, if turkey, they bring turkey. And I was there for a couple of weeks, I didn't get better, but I was getting fat. After a while, my mom came and said, look, this place is not a holiday. You have exams, go to start school, you gotta do something. I was like, I'm not complaining. This place is alright. You people at home that but here, if I push one button, nurse, if I push one button, chef. If I push one button, they open me, if I push one button. When mom said I was enjoying myself too much, and I wasn't getting better, I
I had to go to Luth. One thing I'll tell you about Luth is you don't want to be there. People die every day. But it's not because of that. My mom came to Luth every day. Not because everybody else didn't want to. Everyone else had things they were doing that was important. We had to have a roof over our heads, so that we're grateful. Plus, the bill from the private hospital for the 2 or 3 weeks that I was there covered the next 6 weeks alone. Ali was allowed to go much. You can't be there every day. Nikia was a separate school. Play was a baby. No offense. No offense. But my mom would pass through Luth on the way to work and on the way back every day. Every day. To the extent that the best part of my day in that terrible place was waiting for my son. So the lesson for me here is this. You know, you might be a certain type of parent, you might not be. But when the chips are down, you have to be like mommy. You have to be like mommy. Whether man, whether woman, husband and wife. When the chips are down, you have to be like mommy. And everybody knows that that's how they do the last 24 hours. Because some people are there and they'll kill them. But you have to be like that. And when I got better, because, you know, after I left Luke, I was getting better, but people were telling me still that this thing, the guy has a being, not the ordinary eye. My mom's sister came and I said, you said this, there's one church we go to every other Friday, last day of the month, they do show. But she said, I'm not a Christian, the mom's like, let's just go. We went to, because nothing is off the table with Momsy when it comes to our kids. By the end of that year, it's when you learn. It's the boys. Not the boys, by the time I was in Latin, you know, things started to change. Because, no offense to those that went to state school. Lag was a federal school. No offense.
Let us thank God.
I'm being known by saying no offense. Lag will get strike. We were done in 4 years. So, of course, even though I've been through trauma, swagger in my step. Because why? Not because I was a liar. You didn't go man. No. Because till this day, I believe I have a Odeshi. And that Odeshi is not any jazz. It is not.
How do we know Odeshi?
I'm serious. It is not any jazz. Momsy will pray for all our kids every night. You lot might not remember this because I lived in Momsy when I was in Black and I used to see her when I was in school. When she comes back from work, she's mashed up. So the first thing she does is eat. She changes, she eats, and then she sleeps. But when she wakes up, it is prayer. Whatever prayer they say she should do for her family, she will do. Everybody has, if it's 10 minutes, everybody has that 10 minutes. If it's 20 minutes, everybody she will pray. Now, the Odeshi I'm talking about isn't jazz. It is my mother's prayer. It is my mother's prayer. So me, I know that if anybody try anything with me, even if I don't do Odeshi, even if I forget to pray, even if because you sure you know I'll be alright at night. Nothing. If they poison everybody, they will be alright. I'm telling you. Why? Because of my mom's prayers. Honestly. So the lesson for me in this one, for all of us, pray for the children every day. If you pray for your children every day, they will have a day. And that day should go. That is the reason why people think that I I'm in favor. Because I spent time with Momsi and she took care of me. And to be honest, at a point, makes I really high. I did. Because she would come and she'd be carry me to this place. Let's go and see this person. If it's not for Ake's mom, it's Mrs. Olona. If it's not Mrs. Olona, it is what's your friend, the surveyor's name, the builder? I just like it. And I became designated chauffeur. One day, Mom said, I had to Jebus. Come with it. Jebus.
My sister.
You need to know. So we went that day to Jebo. I think it was a Sunday, and we came back. Next morning, Mom went to work. Keep sitting there. And I had one guy that was cutting key then. So I went there and I got the key. That very night, Mom remember that. As soon as she came, where's my key? I said, Mom, you take your key, not in the next day, my key, I cut several copy of that key. Yes, as you see me like this, I didn't have any problem as a child growing up. You know why? I was a very good bad guy.
Very good bad guy.
I was a very good bad guy. You know what? I got straight A's. And I know they read. I don't need to. Straight A's. Ask now. GNCs, 8 A's. My worst result are 2 C's.
No, 7.
8. I beat your record now. Oh, okay, you mean SSC? 7. 7. Okay, take 1. 7 A's.
Okay, it doesn't really matter. 7 and 8 are the same thing. At least you beat me by 1.
So because I always got A's, Mom's never disturbed me. Never. And I'm like, me, I will check the level of the tank before I go out. And we top it up when we get back.
Excuse me.
It's a large thing. When you're going, you measure it. 11 naira, 22 naira by 11 liters at that time. 20, I know Nigeria has come from 22 naira by 11 liters, and they carry me go out and come back.
Excuse me. 640. There was more traffic in my own time. So before you know,
there was always traffic. You put in neutral.
There's more traffic.
There was always traffic. You put in neutral.
You didn't go to the island. You were always on the mainland.
Anyway, my point being then that in Sheffield right, I was always very bright. And I never got in any trouble that nobody know about.
Very well said.
I mean, you can come to me. All of you can just marry. Don't go and get in trouble that your mom doesn't. Don't get in trouble at all. If you get in trouble, I will know. I will know. I was a very good bachelor because I always passed my exams, I always got it. Always. So the rest of it, if I step out, if I branch it, I don't get problem. The only thing that my mom always checked for me is who is that girl, because it was never a case that 1, 2, 3. And even if it was, she didn't know about it.
What she doesn't know about what?
Right. All I will say, the 2 things I will say, from everything I've said to you about my mom, why we love her so much. She will go anywhere, any level for her kids. That's the love to be like. And she never stops praying. And that's our prayer, it's our dish. So for us, we love you, we appreciate you, we thank God for your life. We are grateful to spend you this morning, and we pray that you will do so much more for you. This is just the beginning. Happy birthday, Lord.
That was very moving. But I just want to set the record straight. I am the favorite. And I know. This is how I know. When we all had our first children, when we would come, she would spend the first one 2 months. Otutu, I'm going back. The second one, 2.5 months. Otutu, I'm going back. The third one, actually, mommy was there throughout. Yeah, mommy was there throughout because it was mommy's prayers that got through that period, despite the complications. And then when it's my own turn, I was like, Mommy, I'm a baby now. 6 months. Mommy tried, she didn't do 6 months, but she spent longer. But what am I trying to draw out of that? The fact that both of us feel like we're competing as your favorite lets us know that you actually don't have one. Because otherwise it will be obvious that this is your favorite, but instead, two people think that you're favorite. So that lets me know that the effort you put into each child is tremendous for us to feel that way. So thank you very much, Mami. We really appreciate that. Right. It's time to call Auntie Minike, aka PK Nikike. I can't say that one.
Say it out loud, say it out loud. Loud it, loud it, loud it, loud it.
Queen Beret.
Oh, that is the coincidence. Beret is Beret. Let me introduce myself. Beret in the building, thank you very much. Alright, I don't know how to talk that mother's speech, so I'm going to try. I won't even know where to begin because for the longest time, to be honest, Mom and I were at loggerheads. Maybe it was because we were women, maybe because I was thinking, I just did not agree, let's be honest. So we were fighters, and it wasn't like she would fight with me. I think I was just, maybe I was fighting with myself in retrospect, but I was angered for the longest time. And it takes becoming a mother for you to sort of understand her perspective, where she was coming from, all she had to do, right? And I'm thankful. First of all, happy birthday, you look amazing, you're beautiful, we love you, and you're just the best mom. I can say that now with full chest. A few years ago, I could not, because again, as I said, we had the roughest path. One of the things that I felt growing up was that, oh, she didn't like me because she was always correcting me. There was always something. That yeah, one day, don't do this, don't do that. I wasn't, growing up, I was a good student. I was, when we talk about good students, I'm the only one that got cow. Just putting it out there. So, Abidaji. Yes, thank you. But I think it was just, I didn't understand the perspective. But as a parent, you sort of understand that you have to correct everything so that your kids turn out right. And to be honest, look into the room right now. All four of us, you cannot fault one of us. We're all amazing. We're all very good in our fields. We're all accomplished, right? And this is what the parents do. I'm not going to say mommy did it alone. We had two parents. Mommy was the strict one, like, open your mouth, imagine you're fly like Baya Sita, it was like Baya religion. And it had to land back in. You had to adjust. Just because she was trying to correct all of those bad things. And when I grew up, when I had my first child, then I understood. Because I was in the hospital for 1 week. It was cumbersome, and she was there. Like we were praying. You know how my brothers have talked about prayers? Sorry? I'll come back to second child. Hold on, it's a long story. Take. Basically, the first child, it wasn't as bad as the second child, to be honest, but it was cumbersome, right? And we were praying, like, people were praying, and to be honest, prayers did work, because if you didn't work walking, for example, I don't know what story you'll be telling, right? So she was there, and Kule, again, I trump you, because, we were there for 5 months, in case you were wondering. Thank you. And so she was there throughout, was with the baby, I could barely move,
Sorry, I want to remind you, you were in Birmingham, not with us.
It doesn't matter, she came with me, she didn't come and see her there. Please don't take things away from me, take some of this.
You were thanking
No, I was shopping Kule, she was with me for 5 months. In Birmingham, yeah. No, Kule said she was with him for Ziza for longer. And I'm saying that we had one for 5 months. Nobody else did. So, winner, thank you. Is there like a prize? We'll see. Okay. Anyway, so she was amazing through it all, and I started to understand. And then this story that I'm going to say touched me a bit more, because when I had Taz, I didn't understand how she felt. And then one day, there's a long story to having Taz as well, but one day, she literally told me that the CS felt as if she was hot. And as a mother, I don't know about the men, a mother would feel it. Imagine if your child has a hot. It will feel as if you feel it in your belly. So when she said it, I understood it. And that's how deep she feels. She loves completely. She will fight for you, she will strive for you, she will pray for you. We say something in our house, in the Kyokunobi house. My mother's prayer can fix anything. No lie. Hands down, cap off. It will fix anything because she will pray for you and she will hold the vigil of the prayer. Right? If it's going to be this it takes, if it's going to be that it takes, she will strive until she gets it done. And for that we appreciate you, we say thank you because to be honest, I don't know, my emotions are running deep. I have too many stories, so I'm going to try to cut it short. I have too many stories because in recent years, trying to move past what I thought was my mother not loving me well enough, I understand her a lot better. And I love you fully, to be honest, right now. Like no one can. Before they would say you look like Momsi, I will fight it hand, tooth and nail. I'm like, I don't look like her. I don't look like her. Now if you say it, full chest. Come on, how does it fall far from the tree? But she find family, because I love her fully. We love you, we thank you. You are kind, you are graceful, you are beautiful. You think of your children, your grandchildren, whatever will help our grandchildren. She will pull you aside and say, Shebai, Shebai, Shebai. And she will come back and remind you, Shebai, Shebai. Do you understand? Because she wants the best for everyone. And for that, everyone in this room can tell. Even if the kids don't have the words, they can feel it. For that, we thank you. We say happy birthday. May Allah continue to bless you. May you continue to thank you so much. Happy birthday, Mom.
So, one thing I would like to say more. Everybody talks about, you're very prayerful, you pray very strongly, you pray a lot. I say until one faces challenges in life, we often don't go spiritual, as is the case with most of us. We just think that, as Allah said, he was certain that no matter what, he's protected. And really, for me, for the most part, he's still protected. For me, for the most part, I'm not overly religious, but there was a time in my life where I didn't have the right wisdom, I didn't have the right knowledge. And it took me living with you to understand that a bit better. Not because I didn't know what I needed to know, I just hadn't met a challenge before that defeated me. And that's when I truly started to understand that 100% effort is needed, but there are some things that effort cannot carry over the line. And that's when I started to see. But even today as I speak, my work ethic, when you wake up so early in the morning, hello, you want to watch TV, have you arranged the table? Things like that. I find myself saying the same things to my kids now. I'm like, and I give mommy such a tough time. And now I realize that everything that you are trying to get us to do, even when we didn't agree with you, even when we spoke back or we acted somehow, is sort of to correct us, to set us up to have the work ethic, be ambitious, be prayerful, but more importantly, have the wisdom to find the right solution to whatever challenge you're facing. And if nothing works, remember Almighty Allah, for with His favor, anything is possible. So thank you very much, Mom, for the wisdom, for the knowledge, for being there. I also bring that again. Oh, Chelsea. I just want to come on to one point. There's been a contentious topic of recent about going to Ukraine to get gold. We're in Dubai right now. There's lamb, there's camel.
The taste is not the same.
The taste of camel is not the same.
No, the taste of Ukraine gold is quite different.
It's quite different. Okay. When are you ready? Let's go.
He has tasted it.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, that you have. Show raw and go.
When somebody commits an offense, when somebody commits an offense, An associate person is not sent to jail for the purpose.
Focus on.
So, you are the one committing a criminal offense and you're ready to go and pay the penalty. Period.
I'm ready to pay, Daddy. I'm not ready to go to Ukraine.
Why?
I'm ready to pay.
Then stop committing offenses.
Thank you very much, Daddy. So, I would like to call on my older brother, Dr. Adeleke, to come next and offer some words.
Right. What will you share as the good bad guy? I think this is the bad good bad. The good bad guy. And the carbon copy that you don't want to accept is the carbon copy. And all the beautiful daughters that you have and the wonderful grandchildren that God has blessed you with. There is the opportunity to say a lot, and I find myself trying to be circumspect because if I start, I don't think there will be enough time to go through everything as well as I should. I don't know what Damla was trying to imply about toilets or no toilets, but let's skip the implied melodrama. What I want to say is this. I've had the pleasure of having three siblings that were all inspired and driven to succeed. I've had the pleasure of having two parents that counterbalance one another. I've had the pleasure of having words of wisdom. I've had the gift of your prayers. I've had the favor of your love. I've had the blessings of your inspiration. And for this I'm eternally grateful. I've also had the grace to learn from you so that I can raise my children in a similar way to the way I've been raised. You know, one of the things that you did your homework, you did your assignment, is the fact that wherever you go, people tell you that your children are well behaved. And people look at you and say, "Share your economy." The meaning of share in the economy is you are able to look, the people are able to look at you and say, they look at your children and say, "Look, you're showing me." So, I'm not going to belabor the fact, everyone in this room has already said that. So I'm going to call you now and Daddy to support you to come and cut your cake. And before you cut your cake, I would request the privilege of saying some prayers before the cake is cut, if that is okay by you. Thank you. So can we raise all the sleeping kids? Now, thank you for giving me saying this quick prayer. I'm going to pray for today and for the future very quickly.
Pass the camera.
Is gbogbo nǹkan tó ti ń dàbọ̀ kọ́lọ̀ ń bá wa pamọ́. Gbogbo nǹkan tó kù kọ́lọ̀ ń bá wa sọ dẹ̀rọ̀. Kí èmi kó dáa ju àná, kí ọ̀la kó dáa ju èmi, kí gbogbo nǹkan tá a gbẹ́kẹ̀lé kó má di asán, kí gbogbo nǹkan tá a rí tó ń jù wá nínú kó má di ìbànújẹ́. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين. اللهم صلنا وبارك اللهم صلنا وبارك اللهم صلنا وبارك يا دافع الآفات فنا الآفات يا دافع الآفات فنا الآفات يا دافع الآفات فنا الآفات. اللهم إني أسألك علما ينفع رزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا. اللهم إني أسألك علما ينفع رزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا. اللهم اصرفنا وبلغنا. اللهم إني أسألك علما ينفع رزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا. وارزقنا أنت خير الرازقين وارزقنا أنت خير الرازقين وارزقنا أنت خير الرازقين. Please, everybody who knows Surah to the class, please, can you join? May Almighty Allah bless both of you as you are here today. Bless mommy on this very auspicious day. May today continue to be a source of happiness for you. May you continue to have many more years in peace, in love, in kindness, and in good health. May all your dreams that are yet to come through come to pass. May all the things you desire come to fruition. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. I will close off by saying Ayatul Kursi. May Almighty Allah protect you in everything that you do. In His mighty name we pray. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-qayyum la ta'khudhuhu sinatun wa la nawm lahu ma fi as-samawati wa ma fil ardi. Man sha'a allazi yasma'u indahu la bi'izni yaram wa bayna aydihim wa bayna al-fam wa la yuhituna bi shay'in min ilmihi illa bima sha'a wasi'a kursiyuhu as-samawati wal ardi wa la yahuduhu hifdhuhuma wa huwa al-'aliyyul 'azim. Now, Mom, I'm going to count to 7. At 7, I want you to cut your cake. Are we all ready? Are you going to join me in counting to 7? All right. Are we ready? Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, okay, 4, 5, 6, 6.25, 6.5. The Marina first and we'll keep a machine. 6.75. We're getting 7. I'm going to call family by family to come and take the pictures. I'm going to go in. That day, night will give me a... Please get ready. Come on, please get ready. Yeah, let's go.
Celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around it's a celebration. Everybody,